What's good with it, y'all? We are back with the Only Versatile Ones podcast, episode 4. And today we got a very, very special guest in the house tonight. We got the Dangerous MC of Dangerous Promotions. How you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. Blessed, no stress.
Man, glad to hear that, man. We definitely, you know what I mean, had you in mind when we started the podcast already beforehand, because you got a whole bunch of experience in the game and,
That's
definitely bless us with all that. All right, so what age did you actually start, getting into the DJ game?
I was 14.
Oh, man.
14.
And how did that come about, man? You just fell in love with the culture?
Well, it was crazy because there was a guy in my neighborhood that he had a turntable that had a cassette deck on the bottom back in the day, and you can go FM. You got the turntable on the top, and you had a cassette deck, and then you had the
it had
AM,
like a big old rack.
Yeah, rack, man.
Yeah.
Like the old school.
The old school.
Yeah.
So he was messing around. This was when I was first introduced. I wasn't even spinning yet.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm 13 at this point, and him looking, and he's switching, he's scratching, and he going back from the
he's going
live
back from
radio
the record. Oh,
and
dang.
keeping the beat. And I'm like, so he counting the beat, making no commercial come through, and his name is Bobby Gilligan, and it's a cat that I was just in his bedroom, and he did that, and it just intrigued me, him fooling around, and then that's how the interest became that I was in the music. And then I was in 7th grade.
Okay.
So my 8th grade year is when I actually bought some equipment from a dude named Eddie Bobrovsky.
Oh, man. So you got the first mixer?
The mixer, and then that was a realistic joint. That was pretty much, you had to be DJ AM or whoever to get that other technique or any of that other type of shit.
For sure.
That and the turntables. He let me make payments on the turntables.
Oh, man. So he was looking out already.
He was looking out. And it was all his old stuff. And Yeah, and he didn't drive. The dude didn't drive, so he had epilepsy.
Oh, okay.
So the DJing for him was therapy to keep him, keep his game right.
For sure.
And so I bought the turntables, and then my mom had one of those systems where you can put the records in, you can dial up the songs.
Yeah.
So I snatched the speakers out of there.
Oh, man. Stripped it down.
Snatched the speakers out. That's when it was a red wire and the
the
black wire, 2
Yeah.
screws. You just wrap the wire around, and I did that. But I did my first gig, my 8th grade year,
With
in the cafeteria.
With those same speakers?
With the speakers. Then I did it my freshman year, and I popped them son of a gun.
Oh, man.
So I had to finish the dance with one speaker.
We said, we still
I
gonna
used that house app. I popped that joint, man, and they was like, "What's going on?" But they still was vibing with me.
Oh, man.
And let me
cool.
finish do my thing, man.
Hey, were you scared when you first DJ'd?
Scared as shit.
Man.
Scared as shit.
I mean, like, knowing as, like, do you know what to play? Like, how
man.
you didn't know, like, the crowd
I didn't
and
know
all
none
like
of
that.
that.
You just throwing all kinds of songs together?
That was it, man. And then back then, you had to go by the 45.
Yeah.
Because everything was hot by 45. It wasn't too many cats that had a full album that was good front to back. So every week, the 45 came out, and you go by the 45.
So it has the good joints on there at
The
least.
good joints, man. And the other side was instrumental. So every week, I would buy as many 45s as I could. And at that time, my girlfriend, my only girlfriend that I had pretty much in high school, per se, for my birthday, every hour between classes, she had me a new 45 taped in my locker.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so that was tight. I'd happy,
You
man.
just started building up the collection
Building
slowly.
up Pebbles, Bobby Brown, Aerosmith, White Snake.
Shit was slapping all that.
All that, man. Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Man, and what year are we in at that age, man?
So that's my freshman year. So that's 1986.
Oh, man. So you've been
No,
doing
excuse
this.
me. That's my 8th grade year.
Oh, okay.
That's my 8th grade year. My 8th grade year is 1986, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I'm in 8th grade, man, getting it in.
Straight out the gate,
man. Yeah, straight out the gate, man.
So that's the only time that ever saw anybody actually do any kind of DJ techniques was when you were with the homie and he was just doing that. Like you didn't have nobody like no family members or nothing like that
Not
that actually
one.
did like that.
No musical background or anything?
Not a one.
Man. So you just jumped in, the
in,
deep
man.
end.
Yeah, I really did because there was because Eddie was the one that really showed me, how to get it popping, because Bobby, he just showed me this craftiness, and I was just like, man, that's really interesting, and I was. So a piece that I missed is back then there was some Fisher Price stereo or record players, and all you had to do had a little speaker built in, and my neighbor had one. and then I tried to get my other one from my cousin so I could have
so
two.
Of them.
It never happened. It never happened. So I had the one janky Fisher. Now, if you know Fisher Price, that's toys like a big dog. That ain't for grown-ups, you know. But I'm, you know, at that point, you know, I'm, you know, at 6th grade, you know, just trying to get that record player.
Right.
But when I first got out there, yeah, man, nobody to watch, man. There was no YouTube when I started.
Yeah, for sure. You just had School of Hard Knocks, really.
That was it. Between Eddie was the one that really put the sauce on the hot dog, man, to let me know that this is how you do it, man.
Yeah,
and he wasn't a scratcher.
Yeah.
He wasn't scratching.
Was he like a blender, kind of?
He was just he was more or less a jock.
Yeah, he's just slapping.
He was pretty much like a real jock that you would see, you know, lady, tonight we're gonna have such. You know, he was literally one of them guys. Yeah, he was about this tall, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, a little white dude, man, had the little shorts, man. And I was like, okay, but it was weird. It was weird. But he was the one that showed me just go from here to here, and then all that other stuff came later, just after watching the game.
Yeah, just with time, you know what I mean. You got all your skills.
Yes, sir.
That's tight.
Yeah, for sure. Any other influences that you had, like any other like mainstream DJs and stuff like that?
No, because it was so crazy. Because back then TV was weird.
Yeah.
So you didn't get a chance to see that. So we heard about Kool Herc and what Kool Herc was doing in the park and stuff like that. But it was Eddie, man. It was Eddie and Bob. Them dudes just got me going. And then I like music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like music. Yeah. But there was nobody I never went to watch or I tried to emulate or none of that. It was weird, man. It was weird because it was literally just a hobby for me.
Yeah, like you had your own style for real.
Yeah. Really, no guy that I can say, yeah, that's my guy. But later when, you know, as time went on, the first time I saw Kid Capri live, I was just like, I can do that.
He said you can put it together.
I can do that. Yeah, I saw Kid Capri maybe 99, 98.
Yeah.
And was like, you know, that helped me pick my game up when I saw Kid Capri. I was like
motivated you.
Motivated me.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Sure, and so how many years have you been in the game now?
36, man.
36 years?
36 years, man.
And how do you see like all your hard work paid off, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Throughout the years?
Oh, yeah. And it was fun, you know. It was like I said, it was a hobby turned career.
Yeah.
You know, I'm full time. You know, most cats couldn't do that. You know, you had to moonlight.
Yeah,
you know, I moonlighted for a lot of years, man. But to be able to go full time, that was a blessing, man.
Man,
you know,
that's good to hear, man.
That was a blessing, big time.
Yeah, like even from back in the day when I was younger, you know what I mean? I saw you, you know what I mean?
Right.
You were DJing out there, you know what I mean?
Right.
In Hilla Bend, you know, at the cafeteria, and I was like, oh, who's this? And then I know, you know what I mean? Like I said, you know, I kind of gained the influence from you too, you know what I mean? Going into being a DJ, because I remember you used to slang the, you know what I mean? The mixes. Yeah.
10 songs for $10. Yeah, but all clean. They was all clean. I prided myself.
Got the clean joints.
It was all on clean, man.
Cool. So you can slap that anywhere.
Anywhere, man.
Yeah, that's where I gained the influence from there too. I was like, oh man, you know what I mean? Then you influenced me to go get a mixer, get a burner too, you know what I mean? Yeah, did all that, and then you know, even I was DJing my 8th grade, you know what I mean?
That's what's
up.
And
then I had
man.
the same situation too. I was using like an old, like a PA system.
Okay,
blew it out.
With the head,
I had to cut off the whole dance, man.
Man, that's crazy, man. That's wild. That's wild, man.
Yeah, so like I said, you know what I mean? We've been aware of you, you know what I mean? And even like working with the San Luis Education Department, you know what I mean? We known each other still.
Long minute, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Long minute. Shout out Sonny Hoffman, man.
Oh yeah, shout out to everybody at the Education Department.
The whole education, recreation. Even the town of Hilla Bend. That's how it all happened. Because Sonny was with the town at the time.
He wasn't that brought you to the hood.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He sure did. Bed races and all that old crazy stuff, man.
I had a memory when you're DJing at the cafeteria. That's when that Lloyd Banks came out. I'm So Fly. That's when it came out. I don't know what year that was.
I know.
I had that CD though, and then when she played it at the cafeteria, I was small though, but I just remember that song breaking.
It had to be 2000 something.
Yeah,
it was 2000.
That's like his first solo album. I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Lloyd Beasley.
Oh man,
wow.
For sure, man.
That's crazy. It's 2000 something, man.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it was 2000. I can't put the number on it, but that was 2000 something.
So yeah, we all had the old school gear.
Oh man, those good old days, man. I didn't know where I was going, man. Matter of fact, when they first told me, my man, I think when I first heard of Hilla Bend, some cats was taking me through to go to Rocky Point.
Oh, you're passing through, yeah.
I'm passing through. So I say, hey, man, what's this Gila being all about, man? Like, hey, dog, the G silent. I'm like, all right, cool. It will be Gila from here on out. You know, I'm old city cat, Detroit, man, so I ain't never seen nothing Spanish, Latin, Native. I ain't seen nothing black and white world, you know. Like, what's Gila being, man? What is this? It's like, we just going to keep going. We're going to stop in Ajo and get the Mexican insurance, and we going to Rocky Point, we coming back. And lo and behold, that I would take that trip, not Rocky Point, I would take that trip in my career more than any other places.
Man.
You know, I've been to the G more than any other places
in
my whole career. Like literally, like the most gigs ever. One that I do Vegas religiously, not even close.
Man.
Yeah, it's the GB, man.
For sure, man. Shout out to Hill and Ben, and San Lucy.
Definitely.
Yeah, hometown.